What's the right decision for you? We're going to find out. We're going to do choose your fate reading. This is the most definitive type of divination tarot reading you can get, because we're going to go, what's going to happen if I do this? What's going to happen if I do that? Okay. It's going to be based over the next 6 months. As always, this is collective, so do not make any decisions based off this. It might not be for you. You can get a personalised one. They're only 25 quid, and they're priority, same day, guaranteed, recorded. So you click on my stand store at the top of the profile, and it's called a Choose Your Fate reading. So get choice A clearly in your mind for me, please, and then we will see what happens when we go to choice B. Right, so choice A. Split them, restack them, and we'll start picking some cards. So 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands in the reverse, 8 of Wands. Right, so 2 of Cups, Cups, Water, Emotions. This is my favourite card. I'm a Taurus, I'm ruled by Venus. I love love. This divine counterparts card to get married. Now, it doesn't have to be love-based, this. It could be the perfect friendship, the perfect job, the perfect dynamic, whatever it is, okay? 3 of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action. So this is about going in a new direction, going on to calmer water. So you're the chap there, turn your back on the past, about to take your first steps out into the great unknown. So it's in the reverse position, so it's kind of holding off in regard to going in a new direction. 8 of Wands, Wands fire action. So it's not the most riveting card in the world, this one. It's 8 Wands all staves flying through the air. It generally talks about pick up in pace, new opportunities, fast-paced motion. Okay, let's continue. 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands in the reverse. So 7 of Cups, Cups, Water, Emotion. Draw the figure there, big cloud out the cloud. 7 Cups, out of every cup there's something different. Talks about an abundance of opportunities on an emotional level. It can talk about your manifestations and your wish fulfillments. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So Ace is bringing in new energy, not starting something new. So in the upright position, this is about going right long term. What do I want? Where am I going? Okay, who am I? Right, not doing that. That might be a good thing, because it's about not then reassessing the whole plan. Overall outcome card. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Wands fire action, Queen's feminine energy. Court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Queen's feminine energy, King's masculine energy. In tarot, we talk about energy, not gender. Can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. Queen of Wands in the upright position is in her feminine power. She knows her worth and value. She doesn't chase, she attracts. In the reverse position, if it's you, the collective, then it can talk about toxic femininity, backing down, rolling over, giving other people what they want. If it's somebody else, then the Queen of Wands can be quite nasty. Pot stirrer, can sometimes indicate negative witchcraft. Obstacles or blockages on this path. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Pentacles, earth, money, finance, non-financial wealth. That's what we're investing our time, efforts, and energy in. So we call this guy the banker. He's the investment card of the investment suit, okay? So it would mean not investing in yourself, right? Removing any blockages. King of Wands in the reverse. So, right. So the King of Wands in the upright position is in his masculine power. Good ruler, good leader, not afraid of change. Reverse position can talk about toxic masculine energy. Okay, so toxic masculine energy, say energy, because it can be a man, woman, non-binary, an environmental or collective. Can range from somebody who doesn't want to change up to the nasty stuff: anger, aggression, oppression, suppression, abuse, lust, power, greed. Now, it might be talking about the masculine energies within you, which is just saying that this choice would mean that you're not taking control of your own destiny. Okay, so let's go on to choice or path B. Yep. All right, we're going to go for that. Right, okay, so I'm just going to split them, so make sure I've done it. Right, so we start off with the Empress. So the Empress is what we call the divine feminine. She's like the Queens, but she's combined. She knows her worth and value, she doesn't chase, she attracts. Okay. Right, hold fire on that one. We then got the Chariot in the reverse. So the Chariot card for me talks about either the energy around us or questions of should I do it, is the time right? Now, if it's energetic, I describe the Chariot as a bit of a juggernaut. So it takes a little bit of time to get the wheels in motion, but once it picks up speed, it's going to plough through everything like a freight train. Reverse position, stagnation, like the brakes are on. The other way we can go is the time right? Yes. No, not yet. Okay. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so one of three ways that we can go with this. Way one is see bobbing up and down, is juggling the Pentacles, things a bit chaotic. That continues to the point where some of those plates start dropping. Okay. Way two is having choices, making a choice. Way three is infinity loop, karmic cycle, reverse position, breaking a karmic cycle. At the moment, I might change my mind. I feel it's about maybe making a choice. Okay, let's continue. Right, Page of Cups, Cups, Water, Emotions. Page is more youthful energy. Don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens. Don't have the full motion of the knights. More about giving something to go. This page is about an offer. He's offering the cup. Okay, now pages offers are small, tiny, tiddly. Okay, if this is yourself, it's about giving yourself a little bit of an opportunity to go and chase something that's going to make you happy. If it's somebody else, it's emotional breadcrumbing, right? King of Wands in the reverse, so back again, so toxic masculine energy. Okay, overall outcome card. Justice in the reverse. Right, so not getting the justice that you deserve out of the situation. Obstacles or blockages. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Swords are where we think words we use. You're the person in bed there, head in hands, crying. It generally talks about periods of stress, sleep, night, depression. Swords here represent a ladder, so it's talking about changing the mindset, climbing the ladder, getting out of the dodge. So the obstacle or blockage here is starting to change your mindset on the situation, but then not actually doing it. Removing any blockages. Strength in the reverse, right? So I'm not going for strength here. I'm going for releasing pride, right? I'm just going to get it clarified because it seems a little bit like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Because choice A, it is going to lead to some abundance, but I'm just a little bit unsure. Does that mean that you're slipping into your toxic feminine energy? Or is that somebody else? Choice B, is that justice in the reverse for you, which I would assume so, or is it justice in the reverse for that King of Wands? So can we get a clarifier on this Queen of Wands, please? Let's go off with the Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Right, so the Wheel of Fortune for me talks about the energy around us or the way we're thinking about things. Okay, so what it feels like here is that, yeah, I'm going to stick... So choice B would be about sitting back in that energy, not chasing, attracting, which is normally a good thing. However, I think it would stagnate things. And I think that it would start building up some toxic masculine energy, which would then stop you from pressing forwards. I feel if you go for choice A, it's going to lead to some abundance. It is going to trigger somebody, but rather than triggering them into their toxic masculine energy, it's going to trigger them into their nasty toxic feminine energy. Okay, but I feel it might reveal this person. Okay, so yeah, for me, a little bit of a tricky one, that one to read, but choice A, go for choice A. It's probably going to piss people off, right? But if you go for choice B, which feels a little bit more kind of like not doing something or breaking something off, it won't lead to the justice you deserve, because somebody who's going to get into that toxic masculine energy and they're going to kind of rampage. Okay, so there you go. If you want to personalize, choose your fate. 25 quid, priority same day guaranteed, stand store, top of the profile. You can book phone and video chat on there as well, people. Ta-ta.